Here we are at the Talladega Superspeedway for one of the final Mountain Dew ARCA Series races. The National Guard 200, the championship, has come down to the line. Three drivers within 70 points of each other. Let's take a look at our field starting lineup. On the pole, we have the 8 of Ryan Breimer. 2 is outside, is the 12 of Kara Friesen. Then Steve Larker rolling off third. Fourth, Jose Fernandez. He's fourth in points, 103 points back, so he still has a shot at the championship. Rounding out the top 5, Max Rossi in the 06. Then sixth, third in points, 53 back, Isaac Nichols in the 15. 7th, Colton Yo. 8th, Luke Rainey. 9th, Oscar Isaac. Rounding out the top 10, got Evan Hunter. Then the rest of the field, Derek Hamill, 2 is outside, Code Luigi. Then Timothy Heath and Steve Morgan. Cynthia Bright and Alexander Cornish. Then John Gambit and Michael Canto. Jonathan Buford and Trey Rainey. Jonathan Rains and then Laura Delano. Max Anderson and Julius Anderson. Then JJ Reed, your points leader. 2 is outside, the 5 of Jake West. Right behind Reed is second in points, Jason Larker in the 25. 2 is outside, Ethan Lynn. Then you got Danny Bright and Alexander Rowe, Greg Lee and Cortez Newman. Then 33rd, last place, Tim Randolph, rounding out the field here at Talladega. However, track position means nothing. It's all about, can you time it right to get there at the end. So let's now go down track side to hear the command. Looks like 33 cars fire up and roll off here at the Talladega Superspeedway. For it sure to be one wild show as the championship is coming down to it. Only a few races left before we crown a Mountain Dew ARCA Series Season number 2 champion. Many drivers trying to get themselves into contention. Reed, Larker, Nichols trying to stay in contention. And Nichols and Reed are teammates. Right now 1-3 in the points. Jason Larker, the one separating them. 53 points between the front 3, 103 between the front 4 in the point standings. So the pace car into pit road, 12 laps at Talladega for the National Guard 200. Ryan Breimer, Carter Friesen on the front row for the start as they enter the tri-oval. Remember, the start-finish line is past this tri-oval. It's way down here towards turn 1. It's a long pace lap to get to that. Here they come. Off the tri-oval to the restart zone. Breimer with the pole. Chooses the inside lane for the start. We are green flag racing at Talladega. Kara Friesen with a good jump as they come down the backstretch. Breimer has the drafting up, however. He'll go up. He'll try and keep that drafting up in forms of Steve Larker. Here comes Max Rossi to the bottom 3 wide. That's for the second position. Colton Young, the 00, pushing him through. As they go through 3 and 4. Rossi onto the back of that number 8. They come off of turn number 4 for the first time here this afternoon. Rossi moves up with Breimer. Breimer keeps that race. Here comes Colton Young to the bottom lane. To the stripe they come. Ryan Breimer in the number 8 will lead lap number 1 here at Talladega. As behind them, 3 wide all the way back. Now we're going to make it 4 wide. Timothy Heath in the 58 to the bottom lane. Big move. Max Rossi, you can see there in the 06 in the middle lane. Oscar Isaac falling back in a lane with no drafting help. I believe Isaac Nichols won them up top. So now race down the back straightaway. You can see great camera work here from the front straightaway. Here comes Cynthia Bright 3 wide. That's going to be for the second position at the end of turn, or going into turn 3 at the end of the backstretch. John Gambit, the pusher, along with Laura Delano and Max Anderson. Jason Larker is on this inside lane. He's gotten ahead of JJ Reed. He's trying to get up here and lead a lap. That'd be 5 bonus points that possibly Reed or Nichols might not get. Reed is in the middle lane. Nichols all the way up top. And Breimer doing a great job controlling this race lead, but they're going to spread out 4 wide in the tri-oval for that second position. Max Anderson, the lucky guy all the way to the bottom lane, he's going to get many positions here as Jason Larker, the pusher. Anderson did a great move there. I think Gambit and Lord Lyle were kind of playing with each other there, and they just left a hole for Max Anderson on the bottom lane. Anderson said, hey, I'll take that. And he took it to second now. He looked for the race lead, couldn't get it done there. Here comes Jason Larker for that second position down the back straightaway. See there, Breimer trying to see which lane is the fastest. Right now it's the inside lane. Is Larker coming up onto the back of that number 8. Remember, we said he wants to lead this lap to get those 5 bonus points. He's right there. Just take one move off turn number 4 and he could get to that race lead, although he slides up. Alexander Rowe gets to the inside of Larker. Can Larker get to the middle and try and lead? No, he can't. Brommer's going to keep that race lead. That 8 car has been awfully strong here this afternoon, but still a long ways to go. We're only a fourth of the way through this race right now. 3 down. Rowe with the run to the inside now as they hit turn number 1. He has Canto pushing him, and Alexander Rowe, your race leader at Talladega. Michael Canto to 2nd. Ethan Lynn for 3rd. Jake West, last season's champion, up to 4th. Moves being made in that 4-wide pack. Big ones as well. Canto stays clear for 2nd. Behind them 3 wide. Jake West to the bottom lane. Code Luigi tried to get down there. He's going to get to the middle lane. Jose Fernandez, remember, he started 4th. He went all the way to the outside 3 wide at the start of the race. He's coming back up on the bottom lane. He's probably trying to time it right. Maybe he thought that being 4th, if he just goes to the outside, he'll get back there quicker, get up to the front quicker, and then get to the back quicker and have a shot. 3 cars pull away from that 4-wide mess behind. Here comes West for 2nd on Michael Canto. Meanwhile, Alexander Rowe trying to protect both lanes. If these guys get side by side for 3rd, or for 2nd, excuse me, it's really going to help the pack catch up. Imagine if they get side by side for the race lead, how much the pack would catch up. Here comes West to the bottom lane, down the back. No drafting up to either one of those guys. Rowe, West, going to be side by side during turn number 3. West's run gets stalled out, but here comes the pack as they're wrecking in the back. Oscar Isaac, Luke Rainey, Laura Delano. Isaac with the most damage. The caution will come out for the first time here this afternoon. Alexander Rowe with the race lead as they come off of turn number 4. Looks like all championship contenders are able to miss it. Back in front with 7 laps to go. Alexander Rowe in the 04 will lead us back to the yellow. Jake West in 2nd. 7 to go. We've completed 5 of them. Caution comes out. Luke Rainey, Oscar Isaac, and Laura Delano possibly with damage as well. So let's check out what happened. A spin on the backstretch involving about 3 cars. Looked like it was just not enough room back here. It looks like Luke Rainey and Oscar Isaac kind of lean on each other and they just get sent up into the outside wall. Isaac Nichols with possible front-end damage right there. You can see Max Anderson, and I believe that was Danny Bright, got squeezed into the wall. And it looked like Laura Delano was able to stop. She got around on the outside lane. Doesn't look like there was any damage suffered by that 02 car. Yeah, watch the outside lane. Someone gets really squeezed into the wall. I believe it's the 82 Max Anderson, 32 Danny Bright, and then Nichols across the racetrack right in front of a lot of cars. He actually got hit a little bit with the front end. We'll go on board with 3rd in points. See if he sustained any damage and possibly did come back up from the apron to the banking. That hurt the suspension in that car. Yeah, the suspension very, very crucial in these cars. If he damaged anything there, coming back up on the banking, that could be bad. So Alexander Rowe leading the field back. They, of course, will stay out. It'll be a restart with about 3 laps to go, 4 laps to go here at Talladega. Coming into the tri-oval, 3 laps to go and get the green flag in the National Guard 200. 33 cars still left in this race. Alexander Rowe, the one out front. 2nd, Jake West. 3rd, Michael Canto. 4th, Greg Lee. 5th, Cortez Newman. Then Jose Fernandez. 6th, Jonathan Rain. 7th, Tim Randolph. Max Rossi and Evan Hunter riding off the top 10. As the green flag is back waving, we're back racing at Talladega. For the final restart of the day, Steve Morgan blown up on the apron. Looks like he might stop down there. Does that bring out the caution? Will they keep it green? So far, still green lights. We are rolling right now. Alexander Rowe gets clear, but Michael Canto and Greg Lee forming a run behind as they come down the back straightaway. Not up to full speed yet. Those restrictor plates takes a little while to get up to speed. Here comes Michael Canto down the backstretch. Gets back down front of Greg Lee. Here comes Cortez Newman underneath the 99 now. They're side by side. Canto will get to the race lead now. JJ Reed with a run to the bottom lane. He's trying to break his way into the top 10 to have a shot at the victory and extend his points lead over the 25 and the 15. So we keep it green. Newman looking for the race lead. Michael Canto shuts the door on that. Jonathan Rains all the way to the bottom lane. Canto right back down in front and to the stripe they come. 2 laps of racing to go at Talladega. Rains now to the bottom lane for the race lead. Max Rossi and Evan Hunter the pushers, and JJ Reed has come up here. The 35 car does have a shot at this victory. They now exit turn number 2 down the backstretch once again. Here comes Evan Hunter for that second position. Max Rossi, the one to the outside. Hunter now split to the middle. As here comes JJ Reed to the bottom lane, number 35, making a big move. That's going to be for the second position at the end of the back straightaway. Coming to the white flag this time. Who's timed it right? They're 4 wide in the pack. Who's far enough back to have a shot? Or does someone up front win it? They come off of turn number 4. Reigns and Reed leading. Reed now looks to the bottom lane. Alexander Cornish might make it 3 wide. Reed shuts the door. To the stripe they come. The white flag is shown. One more time around Talladega. Your points there leads. But here comes Alexander Cornish. 3 wide to the bottom lane. Timothy Heath the pusher and Jason Larker. Second in points is there in the bottom lane. They come off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch does Heath make the move. Here he comes in the number 58. Does Jason Larker ever run? Larker looks 3 wide. Here comes the 25, second in points. Alexander Cornish cleared up front. Ethan Lane called Luigi also on this bottom lane. Derek Hamill as well. Does Larker ever run? For Alexander Cornish coming off of turn number 4. He gets put up high by Ethan Lynn. They come through the tri-oval. Alexander Cornish times it right. He gets out front. And the number 68 team will go to victory lane at Talladega. Cornish wins the National Guard 200. And everyone makes it. What a race. It looked like Larker might have had a shot there. He looked low. He just couldn't get it done. Cornish got clear on the high side. Larker does end up second. JJ Reed, your points leader, in 10th. So Larker does close out. And where did Nichols finish is the question. 25th. Just did not have the time to make it up. If he had maybe 1 or 2 more laps, he could have gotten up there. But Alexander Cornish wins the race. Larker closes down the points lead. Reed probably keeps the points lead, though. Let's now go check the finishing results. So here are the finishing results from the National Guard 200 at Talladega. There was 1 caution flag for 4 laps, and there were 4 lead changes among 5 different drivers. Alexander Cornish picks up the victory by leading the last lap. Jason Larker ends up at second, but he takes the points lead from JJ Reed. Larker is your new points leader. Just a slim margin, though. In third, Ethan Lynn Luigi with the 4th place finish, and Timothy Heath rounding out the top 5. Then Derek Hamill in 6th, Carter Friesen in 7th, Evan Hunter 8th, Cynthia Bright 9th, and JJ Reed coming to the day with the points lead ends up 10th, but still just a little bit behind Larker. So there's your top 20. Ryan Brommer leading 3 laps from the pole, ends up 20th, just could not get back down to the bottom and did not have a shot there at the end. And look down at the rest. See Alexander Rowe leading 6 laps the most today, ends up 24th. He got shuffled back on the restart, just never was able to make it back. Max Anderson obviously did have the damage, same with Oscar Isaac, Luke Rainey, John Gambit. They were off pace. They end up 29th, 30th, 31st, and 32nd. And then Steve Morgan had some sort of engine issue, ends up 33rd, 4 laps down. The championship getting oh so close. Here in these final few races, it's going to be exciting to see who has a shot going into Homestead. So now let's go look at those point standings. 3 races left in the Mountain Dew ARCA Series. Here are the point standings. Jason Larker has a 10-point advantage over JJ Reed, who is now second. And they have the same amount of top 5s and top 10s on the season, both with 7 and 9. Amazing how consistent they've been with one another. Larker just has 1 more win than Reed. And that's really and then Larker has 1 less DNF. That's really the only difference between their stats. Third, Isaac Nichols is now 114 points back. So third on back, right now out of contention. But if those front 2 do have some sort of issue, if they get into some scuffle here in these last 3 races, the rest can try and pounce. Jose Fernandez is now to 4th, and Lori Delano is 5th. Then Alexander Rowan 6th, Colton Yo up to 7th, Cole Luigi up to 8th, Tim Randolph in 9th, and Jonathan Rains rounding out the top 10. So there's your top 20. Alexander Cornish with that victory moves up to the 17th position in the points. Not the season he's wanted, but has moved him up just a little bit. He could possibly try and get a top 15, maybe even a top 10. As Reigns right now holds that top 10 spot by 60 points over Danny Bright. So big separation between 10th and 11th in points. The top 10 really kind of pulled away. Front 2 really pulled away. 104 points between 2nd and 3rd. Then the rest of the points field, these guys not having the seasons they want. John Gambit down here. He has a victory, but still not been the season he wants. 4 DNFs out of that team. Steve Morgan had that engine issue here today. DJ Reed going to miss the rest of the season. Cynthia Bright. It looked good at the beginning of the season for her, but now it's just gone downhill. Steve Luckers has not had a season. Max Harrison, Cortez Newman, Oscar Isaac, Luke Rainey, just seasons they want to forget. As the next race will be the Toyota 200 at Atlanta. See you guys then.